A peptide is a compound consists of two or more amino acids. So when two amino acids are get joined with the help of peptide bond, that compound or that molecule will be known as dipeptide. Okay, so here you can see the chain, or we can say the tripeptide, because here you can see the amino acid 1, 2 and 3. So there are these 3 amino acids are linked with the help of this peptide bond. These 2 peptide bonds, these 3 amino acids are linked with each other. So 2 amino acids will get joined to form a dipeptide, 3 amino acids will get joined to form a tripeptide, 4 amino acids will get joined to form a tetrapeptide, and so on. So many amino acids, like up to 12 to 20 amino acids will get joined to form a short chain. It will be known as oligopeptide, just like carbohydrates. Okay, so carbohydrates in monosaccharide, disaccharide, trisaccharides, but there are glucose, we can say simple sugars are involved as a monomers and building blocks of the carbohydrates. In this case, there are amino acids as a building blocks for the proteins, or we can say polypeptide. So what is polypeptide? Polypeptides, which means there will be many amino acids, more than 20 amino acids, up to hundreds or thousands of amino acids will get joined to form a polypeptide. So that polypeptide get folded to form a protein, a functional protein molecule. So this was all about peptide and polypeptide. So if you see the structure of this tripeptide, you can see the amino acid 1 linked with the second amino acid, and this second amino acid is linked with the third amino acid. So to the left is the first, we have this first amino acid, and because of the amino group of this amino acid is free, so this end of this tripeptide is known as N-terminal. N-terminal, right? So you may have heard about the polypeptides or tripeptides, or any oligopeptides have this N-terminal end and C-terminal end. So this is the N-terminal end because this amino group is free, and this is the first amino acid to the left. That amino group is free, it is not joined to the next amino acid, so that's why this end is known as N-terminal end, and this amino acid is known as N-terminal amino acid, right? So this is the left and the first amino acid, this is the last amino acid, and this carboxyl group of this amino acid is free, right? So to the right, this amino acid of the this carboxyl group of the last amino acid of the chain is known as C-terminal amino acid, and this end will be known as C-terminal end. So any polypeptide or on any oligopeptide or any peptide, let's say, is have these two ends, N-terminal end and C-terminal end. So how these amino acids get joined with the help of peptide bond? Let's see. So here you can see the amino acid 1, and this is the second amino acid, and let's see how these two amino acids get joined to form a dipeptide, right? And a peptide bond will get formed by the addition or linkage of this two amino acids. So this is the first amino acid and this is the second amino acid, and peptide bond is get formed in the carboxyl group of first amino acid, the one amino acid, and the amino group of the other amino acid. So peptide bond will form between the carboxyl group and the amino group of the other amino acid. So let's say how it works. So this process of peptide bond formation, this reaction is the dehydration reaction between these two groups, and as this is the dehydration reaction, that's why the H2O molecule will get removed from these groups. So let's say how it works. First of all, for the joining of these two amino acids, this hydroxyl group of the carboxyl group, right? This hydroxyl group and this hydrogen will get removed, and this H2O molecule will get removed by this reaction, and we will get, this reaction will be called as dehydration. We know that dehydration means the H2O removal of H2O. Whenever there will be dehydration, so H2O molecule will be removed from that compound. So these two, this H2O molecule is getting removed, and this process is known as dehydration process, and these two amino acids will get linked, and this carbon will link to this nitrogen, and we will get the dipeptide like this. So let me see. Okay, in this way these two amino acid will be joined. This carbon will be get joined with this nitrogen because this H2O is removed. That's why this carbon is linked with this nitrogen of the second amino acid, and we have the dipeptide formation, and this peptide bond is formed, right? So in this way this dipeptide is formed with the help of this dehydration reaction, and this H2O is removed, and this peptide bond, we have this peptide bond to form a dipeptide. In this way so many amino acids get linked with the help of this peptide bond and this dehydration process, and we have the ultimate product, which is polypeptide, right? Here we have dipeptide, but in this way so many amino acids will get joined to form a polypeptide, and that polypeptide is getting folded, it will fold to form a functional protein or enzymes, whatever, right? So this was all about peptide, polypeptide and peptide bond formation. I hope it is helpful to you. If you like this video, please hit the like button and subscribe to our channel and share this video to your friends. Thank you so much.